Maithili, you started off by saying that when someone is sick, pumping them with 10x dose is not going to solve the problem. A lot has been announced, but far away from actually solving the problem, given that you said the RBI was behind the curve.
Well, yes, unfortunately, that is the situation, because even though the RBI has, in fact, hiked repo rates by 50 basis points, which was, in fact, in line with market expectations, but the upper end of market expectations. So despite doing that, and despite not saying anything about the stance, because remember this time the governor's statement, he doesn't say the stance is going to be accommodative, he doesn't say it's going to be neutral, he very carefully says that we will be focused on withdrawal of liquidity. So he doesn't say anything about the stance. So despite all that, I'm afraid we will have to live through higher inflation for some time to come, which is clearly seen in the RBI's own estimates. They've actually increased the inflation estimates for the fiscal from 5.7 to 6.7. That's 100 basis points, well above the RBI's, margin of 2.2 to 6%. They've also said that inflation will remain above 7% for the next 2 quarters, which means that the RBI will in fact be breaching its commitment to keep inflation within the 6% band. And if they breach it for more than 3 successive quarters, they will have to give a report. Last time in FY2021, they very cleverly evaded this by saying that the inflation for some numbers had to be imputed. So this time around, that escape route is not available to them. So we are now in this very sorry situation where RBI, having woken up to the fact that inflation needs to be curbed, and as per the governor's own admission, and I quote, he says that price stability is the best way to lasting growth. If only the RBI had realized this a year or so ago, we might have been in a better situation today. I know I sound harsh, because this is only because the RBI repeatedly refused to accept that inflation had got entrenched, inflation expectations had got entrenched, and given the fact that monetary policy acts with a long lag, you need to wake up sooner rather than later. Unfortunately, for a variety of reasons which are too complicated perhaps to go into this, the RBI was trying to keep rates low for the government, etc. The fact is that the RBI delayed, it was behind the curve, and today we are where we are. But maybe Nilesh will take some of the sting off my comments. So Nilesh,